Hello again, everybody. I gotta talk kind of quiet today because my roommate's asleep right now. I think that's the camera, right? Yeah. I'm trying to find it so it looks like. Alright, there we go. So we can make eye contact. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So yeah, I know I made my first video yesterday, and it was 10 minutes long, and I'm just gonna let you in on a scoop on what's happening right now. Not everything that's happened right now, but some of it. I'm in a place right now where I am trying to I'm working on building trust with myself. And I'm talking about the kind of trust that has to do with when you promise yourself something, or you give yourself a goal, or you're working towards something that you believe yourself that you're gonna get through that, because you're not one to break your promises. And I think right now, just in different areas of my life, I don't have good trust with myself, particularly when it comes to my budget financially. Like when I have certain goals that I've set financially, like, oh, I'm going to be debt free, or I'm going to save up for things, I'm going to spend my money responsibly, I'm going to live in a budget. My dad always says, live below your means. And I've been working towards that for a long time, and I've been doing good, but I had a breakdown, some major breakdowns recently, for some other reasons in my life. You know, we all go through really difficult times, but I bought a bunch of music equipment, and I was like, I'm gonna use all this stuff, and I'm gonna do all these things, and you know, like all this stuff you can see behind me right here, this beautiful boom stand and boom microphone and grand piano and sound proof things. I forget what they're called. Sound pads or something like that, right? They're supposed to absorb. I know what they do, right? They absorb sound and stuff. And then I got my nice closed back headphones for recording when I'm recording my voice. Bass guitar, because I love instruments, and I actually really love playing bass guitar, as a matter of fact. And then these wonderful near field monitors, $100 pair, but you know, not the best. They're not the Yamaha white ones, but they're pretty good, pretty decent. But yeah, I got all this stuff, and oh yeah, I got a couple microphones. Let me show you what I got. I got this bad boy right here. This is the AKG 214, I think, right? This bad boy here, like, you know, not like the best AKG. I think it's a condenser mic, but yeah, condenser mic, because it's got the little foil plate, but a pretty good one. And then I got this guy here too, the SM7B, which is like an ancient standard, I think, right? Look, it says there, legacy, right? Or was that what this says? Legendary. Sorry, I'm like in the camera when I'm looking at it, it looks like it's backwards. I got all this stuff. And you know what? I realized that, you know, last semester I set a goal for myself, and I said, okay, I'm gonna pay off all my credit cards. And I was like, you know, a couple $100 off, like probably like, well, actually, more like $1,000 off. And when you add the two of them together, or maybe a little less than $1,000. Anyway, but I said, you know, I'm gonna pay off this stuff, and I have everything that I need to be excellent right now. And if I can't afford something, then maybe I don't need it. There's always something you can work on without spending money, right? And that's true. It's like one of those truths that we don't like to accept, but it's true. You know what I mean? And yeah, and I know I broke like a promise to myself, and I'm like, well, I can use it. And honestly, I think I'm in a place where, you know what, I think I've grown in my work ethic a lot to where, yeah, I could make a schedule and all this kind of stuff, and fit it in and learn how to use all this stuff, and actually I would actually use it all. But you know, I've had moments like this before where I've done this, and you know, the results usually were not good. You know, I think it's better to have a budget and to plan out something and to get something, rather than to be like, oh, I like really want these things and just go out and buy them. And patience is not one of my natural gifts. but yeah, so it's really, really hard, but I think I'm gonna return all this stuff. And you know what's funny? I've done this before multiple times. I got this stuff from Guitar Center. They're gonna be like, oh, here he comes again, returning all his stuff. But I know it's not about what other people think, and I gotta pay attention to what I'm going for. But hopefully this encourages somebody out there. And I don't know, I hope to share like my plans and how I'm gonna move forward, and some of those things that I can work on while I don't have the money to have everything that I want. And besides that point, like, you know, we have like internet today, and so there's so much you could learn about like production and software without having the equipment itself. And you know, again, I'm speaking from a point of ignorance, which is like, you know, it's kind of the title of my channel. So I was thinking about changing it, but now that keeps coming up, I think that might stick. Who knows? But yeah, from a place of ignorance, I think there is so much like knowledge that you can get, like not the hands-on knowledge, of course, you don't have the stuff, but I can learn about all the different kinds of terms. I can learn about the different kinds of products. I can learn about how they work. I can learn about the different buttons on them without even having them. And then, you know, God willing, one day if I have if I have the money for it, I save up the money for it, and I can go out and get it. Or even if I get it on credit, but I've like decided, like I've planned ahead, and I've built that trust with myself and said, you know, this is a risk I'm gonna take, rather than just like an in moment, like in the moment decision. You know what I mean? Then yeah, then that's okay. Then I would be doing that. But yeah, right now I'm just going to, I think I'm gonna return this stuff, and I may not, because I always go back and forth on everything. But I know that I know for a fact that I'm not the only one out there who's like done something like this before, where you're like, I'm gonna go out and get all this stuff and the equipment, you know, having all the music equipment, having all the musical journals, having a bunch of sheet paper, a bunch of notation paper, or even having notation software, having a DAW, having these things. The music doesn't write itself. The learning doesn't happen by itself. Resources themselves do no good to the person who's not willing to work to understand how to use them, and who's not willing to work towards them. And if I'm completely honest with myself, which is something I like love about myself, I think, like I said in my last video, there's a lot that I have, that I've been blessed with, that I've been given, that I can use to learn from. And it may not all be stuff that I directly like again, like I'm a musician that started off by ear, and I'm not like, let's read sheet music, but there's so much there. There's so much good stuff there. There's so many opportunities in being literate, you know, just like when you speak a language, there's so much more opportunity when you can write the language, when you can read the language, you know. And it's just, I think it's the same way with music. I think so. And I'm by no means an expert at that right now. And right now I'm at a place in my life where I'm in school for music, and the training may be largely classical. It may be largely notation based and all this kind of stuff, but that's what it is right now. And so I got to take advantage of the opportunity, and I'm almost through with my degree, and so why not learn that material the best that I can right now. And you know, we never know when we're gonna die, and tomorrow's not promised, but I should make the most of what I have right now, instead of trying to fight against that, and like, you know, do other stuff that may even distract from the schooling that I'm getting right now. So I know this is a long video, and not everybody wants to watch videos of people ranting these days, but hopefully this helps out somebody out there. And you know, again, whether or not you're a musician, I know there's so many other professions out there where like, it's like, if I have all this stuff, right, if I have all the gear, like, I don't know, maybe you're an athletic person, and you know, you want to get like that really nice pair of shoes, but is that really nice pair of shoes, basketball shoes or whatever it is, running shoes, running clothes, running gear, all that kind of stuff, the special water bottle, is that stuff really gonna make you better? Chances are not really. So I guess this is me signing out again. I really hope this helps somebody out there, encourages somebody. Be honest with yourself, make those decisions that are going to be the best in the long run. See you later.